Hello, hello, welcome to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. So I'm bringing you this video on a cold, windy, blustery, stormy day, and I found it quite fitting with the energies that we've had really since December that have continued into January. The physical symptoms are still heightened, and we expect them to be heightened until the end of the month, early February. Now we're in Mercury retrograde. I believe Venus is still retrograde. So we have a lot of energies here this month that are quite challenging. And I was called to do a video today in particular, to look into what is going on inside of these connections and really what is going on with the collective. My star seeds, my light workers, my twin souls, higher level soulmates, kindreds, all of those. If you identify with any of those quote unquote labels, then I think you will find this reading very empowering. And that is always my goal, is to empower anyone watching. So if you're new, please have a look around. Please give the video a like to anyone watching. That greatly helps others find the video. And since I've been a little sporadic in posting, because as you know, I've been sick for basically 6 weeks, I'm really hoping to get my views back up and continue to spread the information that's contained in these videos that's so important on this journey. I am a guide, I'm an intuitive guide, I'm an empath myself, I'm a star seed, a light worker, and a twin soul. So I am here to empower, I'm here to enlighten, and I'm here to assist. Now, if you're looking for one-on-one individual help, you can go to my website. It's listed in the description box below, and I do have offerings to assist with that, in particular abundance packages, and packages to assist you on your journey, to just assist you with clarifying where you are in your journey, what your gifts are, where you're headed, what you can do with those gifts, and how to get out of any boxes that you're in, any confined spaces in your life, whether it's a living situation, a relationship, it's your mission, it's you're a twin soul and you don't know how to navigate the journey. We can assist you with all of that. In addition, we have our second group coaching program that will begin in April of 2022. So I'll be announcing more information about that here shortly, likely in February. Well, definitely in February. I'm just not sure exactly when. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to receive all updates. And we're going to just dive right into the card portion of the reading. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still a little congested and still extremely thirsty. That's one of my physical symptoms, is extreme thirst. Some of you are probably experiencing that as well. It's pretty annoying. But just make sure you're drinking lots and lots of fluids, lots of water. Watermelon juice or watermelon. Pineapple is really good for soothing the throat. Pineapple juice, pineapples. Lemon water with a little bit of sea salt is great. It's a natural electrolyte. It's much better than Gatorade or Pedialyte because it doesn't have all the sugar. Okay, so let's get right into the reading. And so what's interesting is what really wants to come through is the messages here from the Lover's Oracle. Usually I would do those last, but that's what wants to come through right now. And I know we just had a full moon. I haven't been keeping up with the astrology of that since I have been healing, but I do know that I think it was in Cancer, a full moon in Cancer. So that would have greatly affected anybody with a sun, moon, rising sign in Cancer, north node, south node. In particular, I feel north node in Cancer versus south node. Anyone with Venus in Cancer, those placements would be particularly affected, although of course everyone's affected. And so, you know, Cancer is the sign of the feminine. It's the sign of the divine feminine. Its opposite sign, Capricorn, is the sign of the divine masculine. So we have the feminine versus the masculine, and that polarity, that polarity that we've been healing on this planet. So this would definitely be affecting any relationships you have with a mother or mother-like figure, your relationship to your children if you're a mother, your relationship to nieces and nephews, or children in general. In addition, it's about the home and the hearth. So it's about the comfort of home. So as I've spoken about, a lot of divine feminines will be relocating this year. And I know that's challenging, and I know that's scary and stressful, and relocation is one of the biggest stressors, you know, you could go through as a human. But it's important and it's a necessary part of the journey. And what we're finding is that, what I've found rather, is that what's happening with these relocations, whether it's, you moving jobs, moving companies, just moving cities, moving in your own town, is that they're necessary, and they're gonna be happening very quickly. Okay, there's a lot of very quick changes. 2022 has a very rapid movement energy to it, and you're gonna find that it goes by very quickly. The good news is that 2023 looks amazing, so we have a lot to look forward to. Okay, so the first card is balance. This is the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the, good versus evil, light versus dark. And we have both light and dark inside of us. We have both masculine and feminine inside of us. But this is talking about that inner union. This is about the inner union, is what I feel. It's about, the challenges that we struggle with on this journey, the challenges of, being a starseed and feeling like you don't belong on this planet, feeling like you're different, feeling misunderstood, the challenges of being a light worker and, on a planet that is still very dense right now and has been historically stuck in those 3D energies, and then lifting up to the 4D and the 5D and beyond, and still being in this physical suit, this physical uniform, if you will, and trying to navigate the challenges of this human journey as a spiritual being. We also have, this is interesting, we also have beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. This is about, I feel in particular, the twin souls or higher level soulmates, where you might get triggered by your counterpart. You might get triggered by that person, and what it's saying is to make sure that you look inside and do that deep dive to really see, where is this coming from, and why do I feel aggravated by or frustrated by this person? Why do I feel like I want to be like this person? Oftentimes we don't realize it, but if we're putting somebody else down or we're doubting somebody else, we're really doubting ourselves. We're putting ourselves down. We don't feel like we're enough. So self-worth is coming through strongly, but this projection, that's really, as more and more people awaken, when you're the awakened soul or the awakened member of the family, the awakened member of your friendship circle, what happens is you're going to trigger people inevitably, and you're triggering them to heal as well, but they don't necessarily want to heal, or they don't feel ready to heal. And so it presents this opportunity for growth and healing for both of you, but sometimes it can signify the end of that relationship, depending on where that person is at in their growth cycle and what they're ready to open their eyes to. And then lastly, we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So this is about the acceptance of the way things are. And once the beautiful thing about that is, once you accept the way things are, then you open the door for change. You open the door for things to shift. But if you're resisting the way things are, then you're basically keeping the door to change closed. It's definitely an irony, and it's not something that is necessarily easy, but it's definitely something that I feel, once you grasp that concept, that once you get comfortable with where you're at, things can shift, and then you can shift. Your living situation will shift, your relationship status will shift, you'll see shifts in other people around you, your joy level, your abundance will shift, but you have to first accept where you are. You don't have to love it, but you have to accept it. And then I wanted a message of love. So I asked Spirit for a message of love, and I got soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So for those of you wanting to manifest your twin back, wanting to manifest a soulmate in, even if you're on the twin flame journey, you're like, I just want a soulmate at this point in time, then this is Spirit saying they're already with you in spiritual truth. All you have to do to manifest them physically is believe, and believe that they're there. Believe, communicate with them. Believe that, that you deserve the happily ever after. And what we're finding in 2022 is a lot of people who have identified with the twin flame label. I myself have totally disconnected from the twin flame label, and I am now on the journey of just sovereignty and understanding that, yes, my twin, my counterpart, is a part of me and always will be a part of me. And I'm so grateful for the lessons learned, and I'm so incredibly grateful for meeting him in the flesh. but I'm also accepting of whatever needs to happen in this lifetime. So if we need to go our separate ways, then I'm accepting of that. If we come back together, I'm accepting of that. And I feel like that's where a lot of divine feminines are right now, is you want to live your life and you want to stay open to what's available. You want to stay open to love. You want to stay open to possibility, to opportunities for other people to come in and to show you and provide for you and give to you what you've been searching for. And I think what a lot of feminines have realized is that you would put your life on hold waiting for this person to show up in the way in which you need them to. And now it's not about whether or not they're capable of doing that. Your focus has shifted entirely to you and your journey and your mission and your life. And a lot of you will be attracting in soulmates or kindreds this year that are going to really shift things for you and bring a lot of joy and abundance and happiness to your life. Things that you had closed off to because you were quote unquote waiting for this person to come back. You cannot ever separate from your twin. They are a part of you, and that's the acceptance. Like, accept that they're a part of you, but also accept that separation in the physical is just an illusion. So if you want to go and have a relationship with somebody else, a loving, supportive relationship, then by all means do that, divine feminine. Do not hold yourself back because you think it's somehow going to mess up the connection, because you can't do that. But let go of the label and see where that takes you. Let go of this idea that you have to end up with your counterpart. They're a part of you. You're the same soul. They're off having different experiences right now. And should your paths merge and cross again, then you'll deal with that when it comes up. But don't spend your whole life waiting for that to happen. Don't go get 1,000 readings to try to understand like where this is going. What does this mean? Just let it go, let it be, and take this time to focus on you and what you want and the kind of person that you want to attract into your life if you are seeking a romantic relationship. And if you're not and you just want to take a break from that, then focus all of that energy on yourself rather than on what the other person is doing or who they're with or when they're coming back, because it puts a lot of strain on the spiritual aspect of the connection. And as long as you're focused on them, they will be focused on themselves. You won't see them return in the physical. When you start to live your own life and do your own thing, that's when they start to come around. That's when they start to feel your energy again. That's when they start to open up again to this connection. But the more you focus on them, the more you are creating a hindrance, an obstacle in the physical connection, in any reunion that you're hoping for. So in 2022, we're seeing a lot of the masculines single. A lot of the masculines are working on themselves. They're working on healing and healing from addictions, healing from, all of that, and getting out of relationships, moving, etc. and redefining themselves. Okay, and a lot of that is going to be redefining the work that they're doing in the world. That's going to be changing here in the next few years. And for the feminine is just sort of off on her own journey and has fully accepted, a lot of feminines have fully accepted this connection into their heart, but also opening themselves up in the physical world to a soulmate or to a kindred, to somebody who is on your level and ready to show you that love and ready to be a partner. Because we didn't come here to be in the flesh and just have a spiritual relationship. I don't know about you, but I came here to have, a physical relationship and experience physical love and physical intimacy. And you can't have that if you're just having a spiritual connection with somebody. So you can maintain that spiritual connection with your counterpart and also have a relationship with someone in the physical. If your counterpart isn't ready, or if you know in your heart of hearts that a union is not going to happen in this lifetime, then by all means, open yourself up, guys. Open yourself up to what's available. Interesting. I know I've done a lot of shuffling there, but I saw the Sun card when I was shuffling, right? And I said, well, that's a great card. I hope it comes back up. If it's meant to be, it'll come back up when I shuffle again. So when I tuned in here to the energy of the, excuse me, the energies of the divine feminine, here we have the Sun card and the Temperance card. So we have not minor arcana, but 2 major arcana cards, indicative of the fact that the universe is moving things along for you. Whether or not you're on board, things are being moved along. So balance is being created here. Again, this yin and yang energy shows up twice in this reading to say, like, wherever you have imbalance, this is a good time to start creating balance in your life. And then the energy here of hope. It's the reinstallation of hope for the divine feminine. And this is what's happening in 2022, 2023, and then 2024 is like explosively good. 2023 looks really good, and April through August of this year look really good. But then we have some darker parts of the year where it's going to be challenging. And we just need to, continue to foster connection and move through this together and understand that there's so much good to be had through this process. And remembering that we signed up for this before we incarnated, that we signed up to be on this journey and incarnate at this time. Even knowing the challenges that were very possible, very, very, very likely to happen in this lifetime, we still we volunteered, and your guides are behind you 1,000%. When we signed this contract to incarnate at this time, our guides were even questioning us. Are you sure? The older the soul, the more courageous the soul, the more challenges you're going to have in this lifetime, because you signed up for that. You said, I want to burn through as much karma as possible. And in order to do that, I know that I need to move through these challenges, a challenging childhood, challenging relationships, a challenging astrological chart, which leads to challenges in abundance, in love, in connection, and all of these things. But we knew that this was possible. We knew that we might not flourish until our 40s. We knew that we might be sort of, quote unquote, the late bloomers. But we accepted this because we knew we were special, we knew we were different, and we knew we had these gifts that we were going to be able to open up and use when the time was right. I cannot stress enough, there's so much hope to be held on to right now, divine feminine, so much hope, and divine masculine watching. You just have to get through this time. January, February, March, not the most warm, inviting months. It's the winter. It's a little frigid. The energy's a little frigid. There's a lot of physical ascension symptoms that are very uncomfortable. And that is causing a lot of people to feel doubt, to feel negative, to feel just like, I'm over and done with all of this shit. But understand that, like I said, April looks amazing. And that's why we're launching our second coaching program in April. We did this deliberately and intentionally because we looked at the energy and said, oh, those next 5 months are going to be incredible. That's what I did for this first program here. This first program was 6 months. The second program is going to be 3 to 4 months. We haven't decided. I'm leaning towards 4 months, but it might be 3 months. So it's going to be more accelerated. But there's a reason for that. There's a purpose for that. The energies of this year are so accelerated. And the energies for this year, there are openings and portals to that physical connection, to that physical, it's actually opening now to physical union. So that's why you're feeling the shifts. That's why you're feeling, the soulmates come in. Soulmates are coming in. They serve many purposes, and one of the purposes they serve is to light a fire under the ass or under the feet of your counterpart to say, hey, this person has other possibilities and opportunities, and they're starting to look really real now. And they're entertaining these possibilities. So if there ever was a time for you, divine masculine, to open yourself up and to really, really step up to the plate for your feminine, and you want to get back into their good graces and you want to be that partner for them, now is the time, because these other possibilities are becoming very concrete and very real. But also, of course, the soulmate is there to nurture, to provide growth, to assist, to be that partner that you've been seeking. Some of you will end up with these soulmates. Some of you, these will be short-term. Some of these will be long-term. Some of these will be medium-term. And you're going to learn. You're going to grow. And these relationships look really beautiful, guys. These relationships are bringing a lot of abundance and hope, and just it's like the recovery process of the hope of love does exist and healthy partnerships can happen, that there is a possibility for that in this lifetime, because a lot of you have lost hope. just remember to keep the balance, okay? Remember to keep the balance in your connections, because what happens oftentimes is we get so excited and just so like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, this is finally happening. You might lose balance. You might revert back to some of your old ways of, codependency for the feminine, and then for the masculine, it's, the kind of the distorted masculine, which goes into control and power and lust and envy and all of those things. So just be mindful of that you're creating harmony and avoid any excess. This is really about meaningful encounters. This is about healing. This is about patience and measured moderation. So beautiful, beautiful energies coming in for the divine feminine. And let's see what's coming in for the divine masculine with this full moon in Cancer and this Mercury retrograde. So we really clear out from the Mercury retrograde energies. Mercury will turn direct beginning of February there, I think the 4th or the 5th. But then we have another 3 weeks where it's still in shadow, where you still want to heed the advice and you want to go slow. So really, the energies of Mercury retrograde will fully clear out. And there we go. There's the Tower for the masculines. The energies of Mercury retrograde will clear out at the end of February. So that's when you want to sign contracts and move forward with things, legal documents, etc. I was so excited. I planned a trip. Should have looked at the energies and the stars, but I didn't. It's just a trip within my state, but I'm so excited. It's this tree house. It's amazing. And we planned it at the end of February. I'm like, oh, thank God Mercury will be direct, so there won't be any travel issues or complications or delays or anything like that. But you don't want to really travel right now if you can avoid it. You don't want to sign contracts right now. Just take it easy until the end of February, and then you can make some more permanent decisions. Okay, guys? Mercury retrograde is nothing to fear. Just empower yourself and know, have the tools to know what to do. So the masculines, the one in soul card that came out is the Tower card. So the feminine's over here basking in her glory, basking in joy, inviting in soulmates, and the masculine's over here having a hell of a time. What I see with this card in this deck is the masculine trying to hold on to the past. And look, I mean, it's like if you turn this upside down, it looks like he's standing. But if you turn it this way, it's like you have somebody who's free falling, and then you have someone who's like, nope, I'm not going to, I don't want to fall. I don't want to take this hit, whatever this hit is. So there's still that stubbornness with the masculine of kind of refusing to make the choices, because on the bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Cups. It's like that refusal to make the choice, divine masculine, and it's quite irritating for this. I'm quite irritated to see this, because I feel like they've been in this energy for quite a long time where they just won't make a decision, and the feminine's like, fine, I'll make my decisions for myself. And right now the masculine's not on her mind. The masculine isn't a part of the equation. It's like, you're not physically there. You've decided not to be physically present. I'm making these decisions. I'm moving, and some of you will be moving away from your masculine, and that's might be what it takes to get them to wake up and start actually doing the work and doing the healing and realizing that they could lose you. But with the Tower card here, good things can come after the Tower, but this is unexpected change for the masculine. So it's the fact that they've had this refusal. 7 of Cups is like making decisions, but being confused about it, which path to take. They've been in this energy for like 2 years. It's time to make a fucking decision. And so I feel like the universe is saying with the Tower card, which is another major arcana card, you know what? If you're not going to make this decision yourself, we're just going to make it for you, damn it. We're just going to do it for you, because we're tired. We're tired of the indecision. Like, the universe is like, you need to decide what path you're going to take, masculine, what you're willing to let go of. So there's going to be a lot of beliefs that are being continue to be shattered this year for the masculine, paradigms that are flipped upside down, flipped on their head. There's going to be a lot of chaos right now for the masculines, and especially those that are refusing to make the choices, the necessary choices. A lot of unexpected changes and massive, massive shifts occurring for the masculine collective. I told you guys they're in the process of falling, and it's because they've refused. There's been a refusal and denial of the call. It's like in the Hero's Journey deck, you'll see like refusal, denial of the call. And that's the stage that they're in. They're like, nope, I won't budge. I'm not doing it. I know what I need. I know what I want. And the feminine's like, fine, that's fine. I can't deal with this drama anymore. I've had enough trauma. I've dealt with enough drama. she wants peace in her life, and the masculine clearly isn't able to provide peace at this present time. Things are definitely falling apart for the masculine. It feels like their life is being broken into, like just falling apart, and their dreams are being shattered right before their eyes, and everything that they worked so hard for is suddenly no longer accessible. And it's almost like the masculine collective has been drawn to dysfunction. They've been magnetized by dysfunction and chaos. And they've outgrown situations and people and relationships. And guys, this includes jobs for the masculine. It's not just romantic relationships or marriages. This is jobs. They've outgrown these jobs. They've outgrown these people. They've outgrown the spaces that they're in. They've outgrown their social circles, their friendships. And their friendships haven't been supportive of the connection with their counterpart. The friendships haven't been supportive of them making the changes they need to make to heal, because those people wanted to keep them stuck in the place that they were in because it made them more comfortable. As long as you're stuck and I'm stuck, then I'm not alone. But if you start to grow and I don't grow, then where does that leave me? So their friends and their family have been selfish. And it's contributed to the indecision of the masculine because they weighed others' opinions so strongly against their own that they didn't know how to make the changes that they needed to make. But there's, again, there's discomfort here in these energies, but there's a lot of beauty that can come from this. So what about the masculines that aren't refusing the call, but that are just giving in to this tower energy? What will come of those masculines who are just... they're doing the work, they're giving into the energy. And they're cooperating. Interesting. It's almost like the universe is like, I've given you so many chances to change and to make the right choice. This is another card of indecision. So they might feel like they're stuck for a while, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but masculines, if you're watching, you might feel like you're stuck for a while, and the universe might keep you there for a while. And it's not punishment, but it might be karma. It might be to teach you a lesson, like, because you're feeling like you know what to do, right? If you listen to your intuition. There are two paths and two options here. That's why it's a Two of Swords. One leads to a future. One leads to a bright future. And the other one is like, it's another potential future, but it's not real, if that makes sense. Like, it's not tangible. Okay? You have to remember that you have free will, divine masculines. Tell me more about these masculines. Clarify the Two of Swords. You're not a victim. The World card. So here's the universe coming back in saying, don't worry. I feel like the universe is kind of playing games with the masculine right now, because the universe is like, look, don't worry. The changes are going to come. You're turning that page. You're not even going to a new chapter. You're starting a new book. Leaving the past in the past. The World is the last card of the major arcana, and it's all about cycling through change. So the masculines are going to get real comfortable with change right about now. It's about completion. It's about karmic cycles ending for good, not temporarily, but for good. So through this indecision and chaos and this karma that they're working through, this is like everything coming full circle, and joy as a possibility for the masculines as they vibrationally align with their truth. Masculines, you have to align with your truth. I don't think I can stress that enough. If you don't align with your truth, you're going to be stuck in this indecision and this chaos, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's going to get more and more uncomfortable. Your feminine should know. She's been there herself many times. If you allow yourself to move through the cycle and you do not resist the Tower moment, if you just stop resisting and you give in and surrender, you're going to turn the page. You're going to start a new book. And this new book is fresh and clear, and you get to write. You have the pen that is going to place the ink on the pages of that book. It's all in your control. But you have to stop being a victim. You have to start taking advantage of the opportunities that these Tower moments are presenting to you, that these moments of indecision, these moments of pause and reflection are they're opportunities for change. You're going to have to, you're going to go through some moments, masculines. It's a purification process. It's the sweat lodge. You go into a sweat lodge, it's a Native American tradition. You'll go into the sweat lodge to purify yourself, to purify your mind, your body, your soul, and to come out on the other side of that, a brand new version of yourself, with a new vessel, with new energy, with heightened intuition. There's no way that you can come out of this sweat lodge being the same person. You're cleansing yourself. It's just, you're purifying, you're clearing the clutter in your mind and your body. It's an opportunity for you to talk to spirit, to talk to your higher self, to talk to your guides, and to understand why you're on this journey and what this all means. And understanding also that this isn't to stop playing victim. Like I said, this isn't a punishment. You're learning lessons right now, and it's because of the choices you've made. You are where you are because of the choices you've made. Take some accountability. Stop playing victim. The peace pipe for the feminine and spirit of water. So spirit of water to me it's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. But it's the energy of flowing. It's the energy of moving with ease. The energy of, going downhill, like flowing downstream versus upstream. And it's a very healing energy. Water heals. Water washes over you, heals, frees you of your sins and your past, and cleanses and purifies. So you both have this purification energy that is coming in, that is really it's asking you to trust your intuition, just like it's asking the masculines to get to a state where they can purify and cleanse their external, cleanse, purify addictions, purify relationships, so they can come out and finally hear themselves and trust their own intuition. And for the feminine, it's the same thing. Believe in yourself and trust the messages that your feelings are giving you. When you feel a certain way, trust that. Learn to trust that. You're definitely healing. There's a lot of emotional healing. Water always, is related to the emotions, our emotional realm. So you're healing your emotions, healing your inner child, and you're bringing a lot of peace into those old wounds. And it's like things from the past, people, situations, all of that is being cleansed and cleared right now. Past lifetimes, with your counterpart, with your parents, especially with siblings. I see a lot of parents and siblings energy being cleared right now. You don't have to carry the burden of your ancestors. So a lot of generational healing, the opportunity to forgive yourself, to forgive others, to forgive your ancestors, and to understand that you're here to heal, to heal the fabric of the cosmos, to heal the universe, to help heal others. And you bring a lot of peace into this world, divine feminine. And it's time that you recognize that, it's time that you understood how powerful you are, and that you came here to help mend this planet. And that's part of being a light worker. Since we have and we are in this full moon energy still this weekend, I'm going to end the reading here. I'm just still very congested, so it gets challenging. My voice is still strained. It does get challenging for me to do these longer readings, so I'm going to have to wrap it up here for you guys, but I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll try to get another one out to you today. And what I want to do is I want to get another reading out to you with messages from the masculine, just specifically those messages, okay? So be on the lookout for that. It'll be probably a couple of hours before I can get that uploaded, but Feminine, the answers you need are coming, okay? So the answers that you're looking for are on their way. Masculine, conclusions are within reach. Okay, so you both, again, like completion of a cycle for both of you, that World card energy, which pertains to your inner divine masculine feminine, pertains to your outer divine masculine as well. The clarity that you need is coming. So you're going to get clarity, especially within your connection. The Gemini is the sign of the twins. So there's nothing to worry about. If you can't see clearly now or it doesn't make sense, the clarity is on the way. And then for the energy of the connection, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable means changing. Mutable means that, you know, change is inevitable. Change is happening. So there's nothing set in stone. There's nothing to worry about. Like, you don't have to go to that place of it's final and it's over and it's never going to be resurrected. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's not for us to know. We're on a journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey itself. It's about every single moment of the journey and being awake and aware and alive and in love with every single moment of your journey and the people that you meet, the experiences you have. Every little thing matters. This is life. It's life on earth. It's a Snow Patrol song. Go check them out. They're one of my favorite bands. They're amazing. That's a great, great song. We are meant to be here now. We signed up for this. We signed those contracts, our soul contracts. Your counterpart, I know I was tough on the masculines here, a little tough love for the masculine energy. They are struggling right now, struggling deeply with the choices they've made or the indecisiveness that they've held on to. They're being moved through a tower moment at World energy. Like, they are moving through such changes this year, guys. It's so important to just focus on yourself, divine feminine, because you have such beautiful energy coming in right now. The possibility of the soulmates, the possibility of inner union, possibility of flowing freely, cleansing and clearing your space, your aura, your energy, your mind, your emotions. But you have to let go of what you thought this journey would be. Try to let go of the label if you're comfortable with that. And just connect inwards and realize that that's where the true connection lies. And what matters most is what you do next, what you do in the next moment, in this moment. What matters is not what happens 5-10 years from now. That's the future. You're in the now. Embrace the now, embrace the moment, embrace your journey. I send you guys lots of love, and I'll try to get that video out to you. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you tap the bell icon to get all notifications for when I go live or when I upload. Don't forget to like the video, check out the website, and head on over to Patreon. That's another way to support me and my work and the channel. And check that out. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Take care.